What's good, y'all? I already know where y'all at. It's your boy Star Jones, and it's a new episode of Star Views. It's about to start right now. So please, I hope you got your hookah ready, and I hope you got your cups full of whatever ready, because I got a lot to talk about, alright? Know what's going on. Star Jones, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Please and thanks, you heard? What's good, y'all? It's your boy Star Jones, as seen on the cup. And welcome to episode 2 of Star Views. We live in the direct. And I think I'm a little bit more excited than I was on episode 1 just because the movie I'm going to talk about tonight it's highly anticipated, at least for me. This is something I was looking forward to seeing for some time once I saw the theatrical teaser. When I first read about it online, it just sounded like something that I wanted to see and something that I could possibly relate to. And said movie is called Boogie. This is directed by Eddie Wang. Eddie, I apologize if I'm saying your name wrong. Hopefully I'm saying it right. And it's starring Taylor Takahashi. I also have to say that slow because I don't want to violate his name as well. And he plays the role of Boogie. And Boogie in this film is an Asian American who has all the aspirations in the world to make it to the NBA and play professionally. So, you know, as an athlete growing up, student athlete growing up in New York City, I just think like this was off rip, something I could relate to and something I think most people in the inner city could relate to. So, especially as a minority. So, you know what I mean? I'm going to hook this hookah up real quick. I'm going to make me another drink because I just done that one. And when I come back, we're going to chop it up about exactly what the premise of the film was in the overview, alright? Be back in a second. Yeah, we good to go. Now we can talk. Now we can chop it up for real, for real. So, Boogie. Before I dive all the way into the overview of the film, I just got to give you like the introduction to what they gave to the audience in the film. So pretty much we meet his parents first. And we meet his parents at a young age. And this is before Boogie was actually born. This is when they found out that they were actually expecting. And in this scene, it kind of sets the tone for the entire film as far as dysfunction is concerned. Because both parents are not so much excited about the upcoming baby. So you pretty much can see the disconnection between both parents off rip. And again, sets the tone for the dysfunction throughout the course of the film. So immediately after this introduction to the parents, we see Boogie on what's to believe his first day of school. I think it's safe to say his first day of school. And he's just transferred to this prep school. For all my athletes out there, you guys know what a prep school, what purpose it serves. It's pretty much to get you prepared for the next level, and they kind of focus a little bit more on the preparation aspect as versus, I guess, a regular school that just, all right, get out, graduate. So again, first day of school, Boogie shows up, and he's quickly, you know, they quickly show him in the classroom getting acclimated with his new classmates and his teammates. One of the classmates he interacts with off rip is the character Eleanor, who is the love interest of the film, and she's played by Taylor Page. So pretty much throughout the course of the film, we watch Boogie chase his dreams of playing in the NBA as well as chasing a girl, shooting his shot, getting dubbed, getting curved, but staying persistent. Fellas, if you like a girl, shoot your shot and keep shooting. And also dealing with the dysfunction with his parents. Like most student athletes, it's a struggle dealing with school, dealing with a love life, and dealing with, you know, personal issues at home. The film also touches on the stereotypes that Asians have to deal with. Prime example is athletes. They're quoted in the movie, and I might be paraphrasing, but you know, one of the characters in the film says, you know, Asians are only known for counting good, cooking good, and cleaning good. You know, they don't expect anything else. So, as a minority myself, you know, you get to see that, and you're like, yo, you know, you could kind of relate off rip, like, you know. So the film does a good job of that, and then we keep getting hints. Like from early on, we keep hearing this name Monk. You gotta beat Monk. Monk is the best player in the city. Da 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 da. And I'm sure at this point, y'all already know who Monk is. Monk is played by no other than Pop Smoke. R.I.P. to the Woo, man. And throughout the course of the film, like I said, he has to deal with all these issues, and on top of his rivalry with Monk, and, you know, chasing his dream of getting to the next level. And this is pretty much a coming of age story. They put, like I said, they put a lot of emphasis on him being young, you know, having to learn, well, having to obtain maturity and grow. Because again, when you're young, you're an athlete, you're a jock, you know, nobody can really tell you nothing. You know you nice, you know what I'm saying, highly touted, colleges is after you. You know what I'm saying, you really can't be told nothing. So it's a lot of humility that needs to be developed at a young age. And you see that transformation with Boogie throughout the course of the film. This film is also, it's a lot of life decisions he has to make throughout the course of the film, like real life decisions. Again, I don't want to tell you exactly what it is because I don't want to ruin anything for people who hasn't seen the film yet. But pretty much he hits a fork in the road again because he has dysfunctional parents, and his parents have this, I want you to, his father has him wanting to do it this way, and his mother has him wanting to do it this way. And it all comes down to financials for the most part because, again, he's chasing a scholarship. But the mother is like, if it's a scholarship or nothing, if you don't get a scholarship, what are we going to do? Because we're strapped for bread. We don't got it like that. So we really got to push this scholarship thing. Whereas the father is on some, like, you know, on some shit like, yo, look, if we don't get a scholarship, we could walk on. It is what it is. Boogie's nice, and he'll make a roster. For those who don't know what a walk-on is someone who plays collegiate sports, but they didn't get a scholarship. They have to pay out of pocket, at least off rip, initially. So pretty much that's where the disconnection is with the father and the mother, and of course they have their own internal conflicts. And again, we see Boogie having to juggle all of these problems. So that's pretty much the movie in a nutshell. It's pretty much just seeing Boogie from his first day of his senior year in his new school, juggling the student-athlete life, his love life, and the antagonist, Monk, excuse me. So, I'm going to smoke a little bit of hookah. I'm going to, you know what I'm saying, throw back a drink or two. And when I come back, I'm going to give you my final ratings. I'm going to tell you what the pros and cons of the film were. And, you know, whether or not you should go see it. Alright, so the moment we all been waiting for. What is Star going to rate this film? What star rating is it going to get? I was kind of in between ratings, but before I actually give you the rating, I just want to give you some pros and cons to the film. There weren't too many cons. I'm going to start with cons. There weren't too many cons that I had with the film. One thing I will say that I think was a little dragged out was the actual rivalry with Monk. Before we even knew who Monk was, Monk's name was being thrown around throughout the, the first quarter of the film. And as a student athlete, I know for a fact that, yeah, we know who the best player in the city is. We know who our competition is. But I don't think it's ever a situation where it's being drilled that you have to beat this individual. Like when the game comes or the week of comes, then yeah, you prepare and you do what you got to do. So I think that's one of my main takeaways. And I feel like the movie also was very fast. Like everything transpired very fast. But I guess maybe in a basketball season, and they was trying to condense the season, that's why I felt that way. But that's not to take anything dramatic away from the film. I just feel like it was very quick. Like it progressed very fast. But again, that's me. The pros of the movie is I think Taylor Takahashi did an amazing job playing the kid from Queens. His presentation was well. The way he dressed, the way he carried himself, he looked like a kid from Queens. Like the way they spoke, the dialogue in the film. Taylor Page did a great job as a convincing city girl. The way she spoke to him, the way she was curving him in the beginning, the way she was dubbing him, you know what I'm saying, making him earn it. That was lit. It felt organic. Pop Smoke, you know what I'm saying, again, I don't think Unfortunately, we'll never get the opportunity to see him on screen again. But I think in the capacity that he was casted for, I think he did a good job. I pretty much think he played himself. Based on how we see him in his music videos and the way he rapped. You know, I think it was very easy for him to just fill that role quickly. You know, even as far as the trash talking between them on the basketball court, it seemed organic. Like, at some point, he called him, he's like, yo, you food out here. And everybody know what that means if somebody call you food. That means you soft. So, the dialogue in the film was very, very authentic, and it was very New York, and it felt like New York. The soundtrack was New York, you know what I'm saying, and it definitely appealed to the younger crowd. They got Chef G on the soundtrack, you know what I'm saying? So, Eddie Wang made a point of making it appealing to New Yorkers, and anybody that's in this age group, that age group of 18 to 21, you know what I'm saying? So it definitely appeals. And again, the student athletes of the world could definitely relate. I know for a fact I related throughout the course of the film. Because I've been there. I've been a kid in high school struggling to be a student athlete. Not so much struggling for Boogie, but, you know, just to be a student athlete, having to focus on school, dealing with stereotypes as a minority in this country, chasing a girl, falling in love, and having to deal with that rival. So I think this film would definitely appeal to the masses. And I think, you know, Eddie did a great job as far as making it feel New York. So with that, all that said, I think I'm going to give the film, I know for a fact I'm going to give the film a 7. 7 stars. And I feel good about that rating, you know. Another reason why I didn't get anything high is because the ending. Again, without giving too much away, Boogie comes to a fork in the road where he has to make a decision. And based on his decision, has huge ramifications on, you know, his future. And without giving you what happened and what decision he made, they never really address the ramifications, because again, ultimately the decision he makes will have either a positive or a negative outcome. So the movie doesn't really touch base on what happens after it. And all it would have took is maybe 5 or another 10 minutes of the film, and I think it would have been perfect. Not perfect to get a perfect score, but perfect, like, it probably would have graded a little bit higher. So in closing, I just want to say I appreciate you guys for chopping it up with me. Again, Boogie is a 7-star rated film, so go make sure y'all check that out. It's in theaters now. And don't say I didn't tell you to go do so. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting you on game. Make sure y'all go check it out. Boogie, starring Taylor Takahashi, directed by Eddie Wang. Also, Pop Smoke is in there. And 7 stars. Next time you see me is when I'll be sitting on the same couch with my son Bruce, and we're going to be talking about Justice League, the Snyder Cut. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with Justice League. This is also a highly anticipated film for this year. And it will be in theaters, and it's also going to be on HBO Max. Because I have access to HBO Max, I think I'm going to watch it in the crib. But we'll see. The fact that I was able to go to the movies today to see Boogie felt good. It was actually refreshing to actually be in the theater again. So anyway, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like, dislike button. I embrace it all. Hit the comments if you feel differently with my opinion on this film. Let's talk about it, alright? I'm Star Jones. I'ma holla at y'all. Oh, y'all still here? Appreciate y'all for sticking around, man, but I don't got no more hookah. But what I do have is more content on my YouTube channel. So please, if you haven't done so already, hit that red button and subscribe. Hit the bell so you get notified as soon as I post anything, alright? And if you haven't already followed me on social media, here's my information. Make sure y'all follow up. Appreciate it. Y'all still here, man. That's valid. Have a good one.